Now we can get back to work. So I need to get my reference file open for El Homeboy here. Alrighty, let's see. Death. Pull his reference file out. Yep, there's 4. And I do need my reference file. Where is... Yeah, I played it. I was at Play Magazine when they first debuted the game, and then they had Joe Mad. He did 2 covers, and for the second cover, we had him at the Play booth, so I got to hang out with Joe Mad for half a day. He did the cover, and I did the alternate cover that month, and people hated my cover. They were pissed off. They were like, I didn't get to draw Darksiders. It was for a sports game. So one cover was Darksiders, and the other one was this motocross game. But I still have a copy of Darksiders sealed because they gave me a few. Hmm. All right, so. Really shouldn't have took me that long, but again, this isn't hard to draw. It's just I'm managing several projects at once right now, so this is the last on my list of shit to do. And everyone on the Kickstarter is like, when is it gonna get done? I'm like, I'm not answering those questions anymore. Let's see. Yeah, well, it's the way it works. No, no, no. It's the bottom of my list of priorities. Once things are cleared out, there's new things. I got things planned for after this. With the Darksiders, there's this X-Men set I gotta do, and then there's 3 or 4 one-offs I gotta do. Once those are done, then it's full-time uh, web comics in this spot. That's kind of like how it's working. It's a Darksiders piece. It's blocking in the anatomy, so already got war done. Yeah, I've played it before. I haven't played Monster Hunter World, but it does require multiplayer, so. I work too much. I play about 4 hours of anything, and then I kind of get out. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, well, it just would take too long. No, I gotta start with timing, stretch and squash, walk cycles, the heavy ball. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Some artists draw simple, some draw complicated. Depends on what. If I have any personal critique of overall art going on right now in fandom or commercial or whatever, there's a lot of tracing from photos, man. A lot. And you could say, well, you know, deadlines and you got to get what you got. I get it. But there's a lot of tracing from photos and tracing from other people's art. You know, tracing from photos is one thing when you know how to do it, you know. If it's all you do, you got a real problem in your career. Tracing from art. There are friends I have in art, an artist on Instagram that I follow and I respect and I enjoy. They're good people. They really just redraw creature box art or redraw, you know, Capcom art or redraw. They just redraw art as it exists, basically as it is, you know. And they're not adding anything to the style or doing their own thing with the style or trying to flip it. They're literally just redrawing other people's art. That I can't abide by that, you know? So it's like, I'm not about to give them the fucking conversation about it because I don't need the trouble, but they're not helping themselves. You know? Sometimes you have no choice with photos. I get it. Like if there's backgrounds and there's things, or hey, you know, if you want to photograph your own hand and work out the pose, hey, that's you. But there's a lot of like, oh, look at my color pencil drawing, and it's just literally redrawing a photo of, you know, it's just redrawing photos, and that's all they do. And those people, we've hired them in art departments, you know, and what happens is when they don't have something to trace over, you know, and you say, well, I need a new idea, they don't know what to do. You know, they're only good at tracing. So it's like, it's tough, you know. You want to work in a style, you want to add something to it, I'm all for that. I got my influences, we all have ours. But what you won't see me do is sitting here like, if I want to work in Mega Man shapes, I work in Mega Man shapes. I don't redraw Mega Man poses from the game and turn it into fucking Metroid or turn it into Optimus Prime, you know? And but I remember the last time I had considered, you know, like I was really into LaShawn's art around 2004, right? When all Arcanium came out. If you've ever seen that comic, it's pretty fucking awesome. And I'm sitting in my room and I had an art interview. You know, well, I had an opportunity to do some Ninja Turtle stuff. And they wanted to see some layouts, and I'm like, I was really leaning too much on those Arcanium layouts. And I stopped myself, you know, and said, look, if I can't lay this out on my own, at some point in my life, I'm going to be sitting at Comic-Con, and one day LaShawn will be sitting next to me, and I got to answer why I've been stealing his art. You know? I mean, I'd gone to Comic-Con growing up, and I watched guys do that and get caught. So I'm like, I will eventually get caught. So I just tossed it all out and did my own layouts, and I did not get the job. But, you know, that just meant I wasn't ready for the job. Anyhow, fast forward 5 years later, I'm at Play Magazine as the artist, and you know who I sat next to for 3 days at Comic-Con? LaShawn, because he was friends with the owner, you know? And I was able to show him my art, and, you know what I mean? It'd be my art, you know? Like, you can have influence, but if you start jacking other people's fucking shit, like, then, well, Spyro doesn't work 100% in the creature box. I mean, like, whatever they do, that's great, but I could tell you right now, man, they tried doing some of that with the Spyro game, and it doesn't look like Spiral completely. So there's a mix between Creature Box and Disney. Is really the way that works. I happen to know because I'm knee deep in Spyro fucking nonsense right now. But if you understand how to tear apart shapes, you can recreate any structural issues you need. So you can do whatever poses you want. You know, you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I hope Joe Mad puts out some more work so I can steal it. You know? But yeah, I mean, like, I like it when Creature Box draws Spyro because they'll draw some weird ass shit, you know? But that's their shit. But I got friends that just straight up redraw their art, you know? And I'm like, if you wanted to practice, it'd be one thing. But then they're like, here's my fucking Ninja Turtles, you know? And it's like Creature Box. They just redrew some pose, you know? And it's like, you're only cheating yourself, man, you know? I don't care if you get 20,000 likes or two. You never want to be having sit next to them going, hey, love your art. And they're like, no shit. That being said, I don't think all art styles are 100% sacred. The styles aren't sacred. You know what I mean? Like, anime prove you that. But you just can't go tracing people's fucking poses and shit and claim that's yours, you know? I draw the line at that fucking nonsense. Likewise, when I first started, I was doing lots of shape design and weird stuff, and you know, eventually I had to stop doing it and kind of go a little bit more proportional to get work. And I remember getting a lot of shit from some of my more artistic friends, you know, who were working professionals, you know, who were just like, "You're fucking art, man. You used to be original now," you know. And I'm just like, man, I'm just trying to fucking work, dude. You know, like they weren't buying my weird ass ideas. So getting to the point where I could do both has taken 10 years. But a lot of artists don't want to take that kind of time. You know? They're like, I gotta get likes now. I'm like, alright. Alright. Well, there you go. Hey, what's up, Josh? Just working on the shape design. Yeah, I think Brandon did the same shit to himself that you did with the injury. But he fell on his arm and like, tore his bicep or some shit. So, that's why he's been off the grid for a couple weeks. Yeah, he had to have surgery. To reattach it. So hopefully he should be up to talking sometime this week. So the goal is to get him on to at least. I'm like, he doesn't. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get him on now. He might be sleeping though. He's sleeping at weird intervals. Jesus. Yeah, I don't envy you, bro. That's why I don't work out. I just walk. He just fell down at work though. He says he'll hop on in 15 minutes. He'll explain it. I may be getting the muscle wrong, but that's how I understood it. And yeah, I definitely know it was a freak accident. Like it was like weird. That much I do know. This is annoying. tangled up in my cord. You just work out the silhouette and draw on the shapes. Yo.
Hello.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, everybody.
We got Josh in the chat room. I was telling him about your injury. Why don't you tell
Gotcha.
everyone what you did?
Yeah, basically I fell and my arm was extended out and I just must have hit it just right because I heard a pop and my arm instantly went kind of dead. And so then I went to urgent care and they're like, oh, you hyperextended your elbow. And I was like, all right, didn't think anything of it. Over the next couple weeks after that, I played volleyball like I normally do on Thursdays and went to the gym probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week for probably about 5 weeks until maybe about 3 weeks after that, the biceps started to shift up to my shoulder really high. And I was like, yeah, that's not right. And so then I went to my doctor and he's like, yeah, you probably ruptured it. And then I was supposed to meet with a surgeon who then canceled on me 2 days before I was supposed to meet. So that pushed it back another week. And finally I met a good surgeon. He's like, how long has it been? I'm like, 6 weeks since this happened. He's like, yeah, we need to get you in surgery like 6 weeks ago. So had surgery, got it all done. The pops town, yeah, I didn't think anything of it because I've never tore anything or broken anything. I've never broken a bone or anything. So I was just like, all right, I heard a pop noise, but I told the urgent care doctor, he's like, yeah, you just probably hyperextend your elbow, nothing's broken. And since the bicep didn't shift up for like another couple weeks, it might have just been partially torn and then went all the way torn after, just my day job, which is hard labor basically. So who knows? But since it took so long to have the surgery, I had to get a tissue graft, which is basically dead people extras to fill up the space because my bicep wouldn't go all the way down. And just with waiting so long, recovery is going to be a lot longer and a lot slower, which sucks. And as of right now, it's been about 2.5 weeks, and I still can't really lift my arm up. I could probably go about halfway if I'm doing like a chicken wing type thing. And if I very, very, very slowly, I can almost feed myself with my right arm, but it's pretty much lefty. Even like doing like last night, doing the posting the video for you, Rob, it was like, because it's hard to I can't use my right arm, turn it and use the mouse. So I have to be really careful, twisting and turning. So I just had to it took me a while last night to post that.
Or you can't lift your arm up though, right?
Right. I can't lift my arm up.
Can't you use your eyes or something? Like one of those. What? Use your fucking foot, right? Put the mouse on the ground.
Josh said mine made the nastiest crunching, popping sounds, and I felt like it ripped apart, like a xenomorph was in me. Yeah, I mean, it's just I can't compare your pain to my pain, which it was just, I thought I just hyperextended my elbow. So it was hurting nonstop. And I had this insane pain in my shoulder where the long bicep or short bicep, one of the two, connects up at your shoulder. It felt like someone was basically after a couple of weeks cutting my shoulder off. Like my arm was just getting weaker, and I just, then once it started to the bicep morphed up into the shoulder, I was like, yeah, I better go see the doctor. I don't know. I have a physical job, and I just think I'm always just like, oh, that's just pain from the day job, or whatever. But I didn't think oh, I ruptured my bicep. You just don't think about shit like that, really. It's not like I'm a pro athlete or anything. And then everyone's always like, oh, did you hurt yourself working out because you go lift weights? I'm like, no, I'm very careful when I work out, and I don't ego lift. And even if I was careful, which you are, Josh, I've seen your stuff, you're very careful and smart about it. It just, sometimes shit just happens. It just,
I like when they're like, oh, you hurt yourself. See, that's why you don't work. First of all, that's why I don't work out. But second of all, I can't sustain unnecessary injuries anymore. I had enough of those in the Army.
I don't want any more injuries.
Yeah, well, you see, I go big on injuries. I do laugh when people laugh at they try to find something you did wrong to get you,
Yeah.
And then but meanwhile, if they get rear-ended, it's like, I got rear-ended, I fucking guy ruined my car. And I'm like, oh, drove a car, did you? Oh, driving on the highway, huh?
Armando says, learn from my classmates' wrongs. Don't play any sport or you'll get fucked by something or someone else. Body can't handle it. Well, Armando, I played sports since I was 4. Like in high school, I was a 4 athlete. So I played 4
High
sports
school
and
football, pig.
yeah,
High
no, it
school
wasn't like,
football.
but I played football, soccer, rugby, and track. And
6
I've never
touchdowns
been
in a single
injured, and I
game.
played sand volleyball for 6 years. I just happened to land on I fell, landed on it wrong, and it just
Mm-hmm.
popped.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even at sports; it was at work.
Yeah. Wasn't even
So
a sport.
yeah, I wasn't even at
Well,
sports.
I was the one person who was telling you eventually you're going to injure yourself at that job.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I didn't. I didn't disagree with it. You know, and then I've had major surgeries. When I was in my motorcycle accident, when a car hit me, I had to have the spinal surgery. So I handle it. But I've never gotten hurt from sports. Knock on wood. So, oh well, shit happens. I'm
Eating
healing
isn't a
slowly but
sport
surely.
yet. You got time.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go out and play like football or rugby at my age. Volleyball is pretty low impact. It's less impact than even like softball, like most plays.
It's real simple why I stopped using weights, dude. I used to just get too aggro on my wife afterward. And then I spent my entire night yawning when I had to draw.
All right.
That's basically it. I can't be drawing and then yawning and drooling all over my art. Like, you ever yawn, that big gob of drool come out because that's how fucking tired you are?
Yeah.
Plop. You're like, well, that's right on someone's commission. That's not good, Sketchcraft, keeping it real.
No, I agree. I agree with you, Josh, about everything you're saying, and like I said, I've seen you post your workout stuff, and you clearly know what you're talking about, and your form is always good. And that's one thing that I've always, when I've been working out and lift or anything, it's like I always make sure that I'm trying to do things right, and even so, you can never tell when you're going to get hurt. I mean, it's
I
not
like
like
it when people do things completely wrong and then skip by.
right.
And you're like, ooh,
That's the worst.
almost got him today,
Yeah.
And you're like,
Sandy.
yeah. It's like, it's not even a lot of weight. God, dropping loads, like all that shit.
Yeah. It's definitely made things a little difficult being one-armed, and like it'll heal. It's just slow. I'm glad though I didn't wait too long, that I found a good surgeon, that because some people won't work on you after a certain point, because there's scar tissue and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
But he was really, he's really straight. I really liked him. He's real straightforward, didn't bullshit. I made a joke when he first came into the operating room that made him laugh. He was like, "All right, y'all ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here for the sex change, right?" And he started laughing. I was like,
"I'm gonna cut your
like,
dick off and put it
cool.
up in your arm."
All right, hey.
So when you flex
it might make it stronger.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it happens. I'm not gonna even. I mean,
From
once
bicep
I heal,
to transep. Get it? Get it? Bicep. Oh.
Don't worry, the banter will come back. It'll come back. Yeah, but once I heal, obviously I gotta wait like 5 to 6 weeks before I can even start anything from now. I gotta wait basically 2 months from surgery to even start rehab. But I mean, eventually I'm gonna go back to just lifting and working out, but I'm not gonna obviously I'm not gonna rush anything. But just the pain. Excuse me.
See? You sat there all day. I always knew your yawning was bullshit.
I did stuff today. I was busy.
What'd you do?
I cleaned the apartment.
Oh gosh, you cleaned up.
I did. Only
Big,
took me longer.
big.
It took me
Oh
hours
my
because I
god.
only have one arm.
Just remember every night you'd be on here. I wait. It's because I'm working hard. I'm like, I got a feeling if you did nothing, you'd be saying.
Why when you're mimicking me do I sound like I'm from the Bronx?
Huh?
You're like, because I work hard. I work
But
hard.
you didn't go, look, man, I'm working hard.
You're Adrian.
I can't do it, man. I'm working. What you ain't work, you know. You don't work, you just sit there on your ass, drawing stuff.
Next time I hear a Pop Armando, you'll be the first person I message. I'll make sure you know. Which character is this?
Death.
Death. Oh, okay. Plus, my it's not that. It's just my sleep schedule's been all fucked up. Just makes it one. I can't get comfy for the life of me. And just the medicine and everything. It just throws everything off whack. So it's not even like I have a sleep schedule. It's just like I get tired and I go to sleep for like 2-3 hours and then get up and do some stuff and go back to sleep later. Josh says, are you going to rehab with a specialist or do it yourself? I'll probably do it myself. I'll basically call him my brother. He went to school basically for physical therapy and some other stuff, so I could always have him help me. I don't think I can afford a specialist.
It's a shame because today's the first day of Double Dare. You're already missing out, Brandon. No taking the physical challenge for you.
I honestly,
can't get my hand up the nose. I can't get it up there.
Shit. I can't even get it up my nose. I can't even blow my nose yet. My right arm. Or anything, so. Before I got hurt, The Rock had this auditioning for a Titan, the show called the Titans or whatever, and I was like, oh man, that'd be so fun to go on. I was like, I doubt I could keep up with it, but it would have been fun. They're like, yeah, have you had adversity in your life? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I do.
He's like, I ate enchiladas the other night. I had adversity for 4 hours.
Shit. I was like, I've been munching on adversity all my life. Yeah, my life has sucked. I can give you a total sob
You see
story.
my headless hair?
All right. Do you want to see my nice little scar down my back?
My Mr. Incredible-like face?
Yes.
It's like, yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah. Went and saw Jurassic Park.
Oh, what'd you think?
I didn't like it as much as Josh liked it. I'm not a big Jurassic Park fan in general. I mean, like, I like, the dinosaur stuff is cool. And
so what you're saying is you're not going to make excuses like fans would?
No, I didn't.
Like when you see a Batman movie?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought I liked it when they were on the island. I thought that was cool. I always liked the island survival part of it stuff. There's a lot with the story I didn't like, and it was almost like more of a horror movie than a suspense action.
Horror guy. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, AJ Barone.
Right.
He did a cool movie. I think it was Monsters. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah.
So like the scary horror effect of it was, good. Like, there was cool stuff like that, but I don't know.
Were kids crying? Did they bring their kid with the unicorn and the whole family get dressed up?
No kid with unicorns. There was a lot of kids there, but it wasn't bad. It was like a 7 out of 10 for me, I guess. It was nothing. It wasn't like horrible, but it's not something I'd watch repeatedly. But Jessica loves dinosaurs, so like, there's a part when one dinosaur dies. Anybody who's seen the movie knows the part. The dinosaur,
all the dinosaurs are dead, right?
No. There's one scene where the CGI dinosaur dies, and Jessica is starting to cry a little bit, and I was like, it's not real. But they do.
It's not real. Meanwhile, at Infinity War, Spider-Man.
These ashes.
You know, as you pre-order your tickets for Spider-Man 2, he's dead. You know.
But there's a long neck scene that you're like, oh, but it's like I said it's like one movie franchise, and Jessica said it was like another. Jessica said it's becoming Planet of the Apes, and I said it's like Fast and the Furious with dinosaurs. So that's two different views. Jessica's like, it's becoming Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs. And I'm like, no, it's like Fast and the Furious with dinosaurs.
One thing's for certain, it doesn't seem to be more Jurassic Park with dinosaurs. They kind of should have their own franchise.
That's what it's just going, that's what I'm saying. It's like Fast and the Furious. It starts off as one thing, and then the next it becomes this whole other adventure craziness of fighting dinosaurs with humans and dinosaurs fighting other dinosaurs together, working as a team because they're pack hunters. And
seems like it would be the cartoon version. You know, when they have to make something out of the cartoon, right. You know, because just getting chased down by dinosaurs ain't enough. So then it's like, Jurassic Force. Jurassic Force, like.
Josh says, I'm patiently waiting for a major film to finally portray dinosaurs accurately, though. Let me see some fucking feathers for once. Yeah, they'll never do that. You put feathers, you make them accurate, and you put feathers on them. People are like, well, wait, my raptor shouldn't look like a bird? And people will get all kind of confused because most people don't even care or know what original dinosaurs look like or come from or anything like that. So you put feathers on them, you'll confuse the shit out of people.
Brandon, there's a population of people who think the fucking Earth is flat. You can't account for everybody.
Right. So it's Fast and the Furious with dinosaurs. That's how I'd label it. When even the last one, when Chris Pratt is riding his motorcycles and the Raptors are running with him and shit, I was just like, fucking better drift that motorcycle. And then he should have just jumped off it, and the motorcycle should shoot into the T-Rex, blows up.
No, man, you should have a sidecar and the Raptors in the sidecar with the helmet and a little minigun. Never underestimate the sidecar. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Next movie, there'll be arenas where they battle their Raptors against each other, and they bet money on it. And there'll be Task Force Raptor. Jurassic
First
Force.
rule of Jurassic Club is we don't talk about Jurassic Club.
Bring your own goats. I mean, but it was dinosaur porn. It's just like the Transformer movies, You're looking at crazy CGI robots beat the shit out of each other, and you just go like, oh. This one you got all these dinosaurs going crazy and shit, and you're just like, oh. I mean, hey, I like watching a guy dressed up like a bat beat the shit out of criminals, so.
People who are clearly not in his league.
It'd
be like Brock Lesnar stepping into like an 80-pound division. You know what I mean? Look at him just kick everyone's ass. I don't think any of those dudes Batman beats up is fully prepared for stepping into the ring with a 250-pound, world-class warrior, full body armor. What they never really do is explain how he's the only one prepared for the fight. They were just showing up to steal phone cards. But he showed up to put them in a permanent body bag, put him in a wheelchair permanently.
Josh, I do not know what a Carnotaur is. So which one was that? Which dinosaur was that? I know long necks, T-Rex, Raptors, Littlefoot, Stegosaurus, the pterodactyl. I don't know which one the Carnotaur was. Wasn't really into dinosaurs. So you're going to have to tell me which one that is.
Brandon did the bare minimum to get out of high school. Not one refuting of that statement.
No.
He's like, yeah.
I made sure my grades were good enough so I could play on Friday night.
Crickets chirping. Yeah.
Let's see. The smaller T-Rex like dinosaur with the horns above his eyes. Okay. Gotcha. They go. I don't know when you want to talk about it. That won't have spoilers in it. I guess we could wait a couple weeks, but there's some stuff in that movie where
I haven't seen
it
the
was.
movie, but I won't see the movie, so I have no interest in it.
Well, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. It doesn't really ruin anything story, but there's just some stuff in that movie where you're just like,
Just
was that
wait,
neat?
just wait
Really?
for it, you know? Like it'll be like 6 months from now, someone's like, "I was watching Darksiders, and thank you for spoiling the fucking movie," you know? Never saw that coming. You could really put a warning on there, you know? Like I could put a warning on there.
There's gonna be, there'll be watch a couple months from now. Like, nah, never mind. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I know some of my friends were like, "I swear to God, I just saw a Transformers movie." Like somehow I feel like they snuck that one in. I'm like, "Beast Wars, motherfucker!" They're like, "You dick."
So, yeah, I mean, wasn't horrible. Just not for me.
Just trying to work out these shapes. I don't really have a clear idea. Just kind of like, you know how long I've been trying to work out these, like, my versions of these weird shapes?
Right.
I have some of the earliest ones, I think, on PDF somewhere. Go to... Want to see some shit from 2003?
Of course we do. Rob, show us.
These were like old sketches of just trying to work out these kinds of shapes.
All right.
Yeah, just
I can see.
yeah, it's old stuff. Yeah, it's 2003, man.
You could see it in the flared out ribs.
Yeah. That was an old Star Wars. Dark Horse was very unimpressed. I think they literally laughed at me.
That's cool though.
Yeah, not what they thought. I was very happy
Is
I
that
had
right around?
this foot. Like I scrunched the foot, but they hated this.
Is that right around the time you did the cowgirl and the gun for your business cards?
This was
Because it looks
before
kind of
that.
that. Oh, okay. But it reminds me of that time era. When I think shit. When did I meet you? Has it been 10 years?
This
8
was
years?
4 years before I met you. I met you in 2007, the first time. Told you it was at Wizard World.
Does Ant-Man come out next week?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be good.
I think 2 weeks from now.
About 2 weeks.
I had this belief, dude, that you should get past trying to draw the actors and draw the character.
Right.
But I'm the only fucking one who seems to think that, so. You know. Armando with the jokes. Looks like a crackhead. Alright, well, here's a pencil. Give me your fucking shot.
I mean, I don't know what you would expect from the post-credit scenes on Ant-Man because it comes out, it's placed in the timeline before Infinity War, so I don't think there'd be too much of anything good.
Because you can be more dynamic. I just don't care about the actors. Like, how do I say this? How many James Bonds are there? How many people have played Superman? How many people play Batman? You know, how many people play Captain Kirk, Spock? You know, but when it comes to Star Wars, we just basically identify it as the actors, period. So I just never agreed with that. Like, I get it, I'm in the minority, but my favorite Star Wars anything is the manga from '96. Won an Eisner. They don't look anything like the actors. They're 100% the characters. But I'm look, man. I sat there getting laughed at by the D dudes, you know, and I didn't even fucking like. It's not like I submitted my portfolio. They came to my table and then proceeded to clown me. So that was nice. It's not like I invited that, you know. It's like, thanks. Like, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I'm just trying to get, you know, my name is kind of, you know, I'm in school trying to get. They're like, good luck.
All right.
Shit, you not. It's funny. I mean, look at the Ghostbusters cartoon. None of them look a fucking thing like the actors. Yet everyone's cool with it, right?
Right.
Don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, Braden. You know? Strange. Fandom is strange.
Off topic, but did you get your TMNT figures yet?
No. They'll ship like
Yeah.
the week of Comic Cons. I got a couple weeks.
Okay.
I built up a good tolerance though these days. I got a piece now I'm working on for a client that's just every character gets fucking. It's like 40 characters, and every character has to get approved as I go along. It's and it wasn't pitched to me like that. It was pitched to like, we want you to do what you do. I'm like, I don't believe.
Right.
I even told myself, I don't believe that. You know, like, I even told myself, I really don't think you mean that. You know, because of the
Right.
studio, and they're like, no, 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 no. We really. I'm like, you know, maybe the main character will be a little picky about, but everyone else, and you know,
Here, Armando, we'll take a vote. Does anybody want to talk about dragons as far as how to train a dragon movie? Rob?
uh, I think it's really funny when people say Avatar. No one cares about Avatar, and the new How to Train Your Dragon movie is basically Pandora.
And I got nothing. I haven't even, I think I've seen part of the first one. And I know the main black one is Sugar Tooth or Sweet Tooth or something. I don't know. Other than that,
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss. I'll be right back in just like 1 minute.
But I do find it awfully ironic. Yeah, I like the movie, but I find it hella funny. Avatar sucks. Can't wait to go see the movie in the Pandora where they go to the Pandora. Toothless. Yeah, there you go, Toothless.
Okay, I'm back. Wait a minute. Josh, you love the dragon movies? No way. Couldn't tell with all the dragons you draw and the dragon as your avatar. Could not tell you like dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, Armando.
I think it's How to Train Your Dragon Part 2.
No. I've never seen it, so I don't know. Yep. I could tell that, Josh, that you like the dinos, the Godzillas, and the all that shit. Next, you're going to tell us you like working out. Come on, man.
Next, Brandon's going to tell us how much he likes Mountain Dew.
You know what? I've switched to A&W root beer. It's a little
Oh.
sweeter. A little sweeter, goes right and just kills all my teeth a lot quicker.
It's impressive.
No, I actually haven't drinking much soda in the last while. I still drink it, but it's not like before where Like when you used to come over. Now it's just, you know, it's like I'll have a cup of water, and then maybe I'll have like a small red cup of like Sprite. So, if both dragon movies are on Netflix, there's a good chance I won't watch it. I did watch from beginning to end Soul Eater. You ever seen that, Rob? The anime? I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I watched. It was the dub version, and the voice actors were like from Dragon Ball Z and I think Pokemon too.
I don't
could be
respect
wrong,
that version, so you lose me at that.
Well, seeing as how I was on pain pills the last couple of weeks and in and out of everything, I didn't want to read,
Yeah.
so I just
excuse.
I listened to it.
Another excuse for not reading.
Yeah, I think that's an okay excuse. It could be me. I just, you know. And then I so I finished that from beginning to end. I like that. And then I started a little bit. I haven't watched much of Gurren Lagann. Did I say that right? Gurren Lagann. And that was pretty cool. I just haven't watched a lot of it. It's hard to just sit there and watch stuff. It's so boring when I want to make stuff.
Well, now
I kind of
make stuff.
I always want to make stuff. It's just
It's
a
a
matter.
trick to get you to make anything for the longest time. Now you don't want to make. Now you want to make stuff.
Well, yeah, life's difficult. I blazed through. Like I fast forward through a lot of it, but I stopped for good chunks of it. But Luke Cage season 2, that's all right. Good, just like last season. Good actors. The story was just okay. You know, same kind of like season 1, and wasn't bad.
Wonderful review, Brandon. I really appreciate it.
But I don't want to
You
give
know,
away.
it's just.
Okay,
You know what
well,
I mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I said words. I didn't go, oh, you know, it's fine.
We all know. Know what I mean? With the the one with the season and the cages.
I said it's good.
Yeah.
I said
That's what I'm talking about. There's my
it's
review.
not
Tater
great
tots.
to me. Great actors. The story is just bland.
Tater tots.
You know, it's well directed.
Everyone shut up. They did their job. There's a hell of a review.
Yeah. It's always fun. Always fun talking to Rob.
I was just asking for Brandon to give an opinion. I don't think you get what I was saying. He said nothing.
I gave him an opinion.
You basically made whale sounds or seal sounds. Or. You know what I mean?
I said great actors.
It's fairly chimpanzee-like.
Great directing.
And then you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't all there.
It's very Roger Rabbit of you.
I like how I described it very well, and no point that any sound effect.
Is that going to be on the box art to your life? There's the quote. I described my life very well.
Yeah.
Brandon. It's interesting.
It's been nice. It's been nice talking to everybody. It's been great.
And then you leave and it's totally silent.
Yeah, I miss this so much. God, I missed it. Damn it. It's almost that time.
What time?
Usually later in the day, my arm starts getting tired, so I have to put it back in the sling and just take a little bit of like a Motrin or something. It just starts getting heavy. And then I have to sleep in the sling because sometimes I'll punch in my sleep or something, and I can't extend my arm out all the way yet. So my arm's at a bend, like I can't make it straight yet. Still too tight. I'll live until I don't. Did you have a favorite game or announcement from E3?
I enjoyed playing Monster Boy. It was my favorite game that I played.
Is that something you're going to buy?
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk, but I'll get more excited for it when there's an actual game. They didn't really show anything, and I got a feeling there isn't much game to actually show right now.
Right.
That's probably 3 or 4 more years away.
Be worth the wait, though. Did you end up getting that PS3 okay?
Yeah, these guys don't know. I bought another PS3. I couldn't believe I rebought a PS3, but a guy locally had one in brand new condition for $80 with games, and I really just wanted. I don't care about the games, but wanted to play MotorStorm, and it's just not a game that you can't play it on PS4. So
Explain to everyone what MotoStorm is, for those that don't know.
MotorStorm, oh, that's a racing game. There.
Wow, you described that so well. You might as well be like, wheels, race.
Wow, so your whole shtick is to try and do my shtick poorly.
Hell yeah.
That's what should name you Taters Mancina.
That's what.
Hey, Taters Mancina.
I don't
Tell me my fucking jokes again, please. Huh?
Right. I wonder how people get that.
Mm-hmm. I don't care if they don't get it.
You get it.
This is fucking Sketchcraft. I write this shit for me. You know?
Like all good dictators do.
Yeah. Sketchcraft is not about representative government. I mean, in actual government, certainly, but not here on this fucking channel.
Right.
I get my way.
Yes.
It doesn't overheat every few seconds, Armando. Just don't keep your hand on the fucking boost. I just keep it on the boost the whole time and it explodes. Well, yeah, it's called an engine would fucking overheat. Come on, man. That's like complaining that players get exhausted when you're running in football. Is that horror movie the one where they drop the keys when they're trying to get back in the car and they're being hunted?
Give us more, Rob. More. One more. Want one more?
Oh, you're being passive aggressive.
No, I'm being sincere.
No, you're doing that thing.
I'm doing my thing. I like to do my thing.
Yeah.
Just playing, gosh. Does he have like a I don't know the name of it, the scythe? Does he have a big blade?
He has
Uh,
different kinds of weapons. He has a Reaper. He has 2 hand blades. I'm going with the 2 hand blades. Why? Because there's going to be little plushy ones down here where he has all the original weapons.
Nice.
So you didn't catch me, Brandon.
I wasn't trying to. I just never played the game enough to really know which character has what. No catching. I just don't remember. Jessica played it more than I did. There's a lot of button mashing. Reminded me of like Diablo or whatever she plays.
What's wrong with Diablo, son?
No,
I mean, it's no Rainbow Six.
There you go. Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, get it right.
Every fucking year, it's a different version. It's Rainbow Six Odyssey. It's Rainbow Six
like Rainbow
Hyper
6.
Edition. What game are we drawing? Darksiders. Just trying to work out the shapes. The shapes. Gives me headaches. This is why I normally don't do these roughies and stream them, but I haven't streamed. I've streamed so little in the last month. It's like, I better start streaming.
Josh clarified it for me. War got the big ass sword. Death has dual scythes. Fury has a whip, and Strife has dual pistols. All right. It is decided.
Yeah, but my favorite thing is I have 6 audio tracks from songs from Iron Eagle, Transformers like Dare. It's just like this 80s like super positive, rock music. And I play it on repeat, and I sit as close to the TV as I can, and I drive as fast as possible. And every time I crash, I drink wine. And I just watch my time trials go down lower and lower and lower until I pass out. It's the one fucking at least once a month. That's how I fall asleep.
Fair enough.
That's Motorstorm.
Sounds like a fun time.
It is, man. You get a lot of. You'd be surprised how the adrenaline gets racing on that game. It goes fast, bro. Especially Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is fucking hella dope. And I got the demo in 3D, so I'll put the glasses on sometimes. And whoa! Like, just like flying at you. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy game. It's a lot of fun. I was hoping Onrush, since it was a lot of the same devs, would provide that experience, but it does not. So. I had to rehook up the PS3. But it was a 500 gig super slim, only used twice. People want like $150 for it on eBay plus shipping, And this guy I found, he's literally moving that weekend. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Craigslist. In my neighborhood, nice home, drove around there. You know what I mean? Checked it out.
Right.
He's out there packing everything up. He's like, I literally, because he is one of those gamers who buys the shit as it comes out. And the Super Slim came out just months before the PS4, and he's like, I've only played it twice. Everything's in brand new conditions. I got a brand new headset too, never even used.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was a good deal. My wife's like, really? I'm like, leave me alone. Playing this shit. Now I gotta decide on how I want to do this armor. Initially I was gonna give him the bone armor, but I don't feel like drawing the bone armor. I can already tell you no. Brandon plays football and Rainbow Six. Like sometimes they reset in the middle of the
Gotcha.
night. So it's got a timer. It reconnects.
Gotcha.
That's what happens when you stream in the middle of the night, folks. Your ISP provider likes to fucking.
Okay, as for games, yeah, I mean, I do play Rainbow Six and I do play Madden, but I also play Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm almost done with that. And Nintendo games. I love Nintendo games, so
He doesn't own a
I'm
PlayStation, so he ain't playing it.
right. I'm slowly loving Nintendo stuff more and more, but I don't know. I mean, I would like a PlayStation 4. I just can't afford it right now, but Spider-Man looks so dope from all the videos I've seen. But like, are you asking if I like Spyro or if I own it or have I
No, he's
played
talking about
it?
Magic. He's talking about Monster World, bro.
No, he just asked me about Spyro.
Oh, Spyro. He's never played Spyro.
I played Spyro.
Like, yeah,
I
but
used to have
mm-hmm,
PlayStations. I had a PlayStation
mm-hmm,
1,
mm-hmm.
a 2,
Yeah, he's
and a
never played
3.
Spyro.
I played it. I just
Mm.
didn't like it. Mm. It's time for a pain pill. Brandon hates dragons. Sure. I hate them all. Stupid dragons breathing fire and tails and spikes.
You like Yoshi?
Yeah, he's cool.
It's kind of a dragon.
Ow, fuck.
He's a dinosaur, not a dragon.
I'm going to go grab my medicine. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Those tangents. We're not getting into politics, Armando. I'm not doing it. I need a place. I draw to get away from the world. I'm not going there. Goddamn virus. It's a virus, Mr. Anderson. I am the cure. peppers.
Your cat hate water? Like baths, sinks, stuff like that?
Yep.
What about the dog?
She's not a fan of it, but she gets in the tub and, you know, she knows who's boss. She knows afterward there's treats and stuff. So.
All right.
What time are you up and moving around right now?
It varies.
Because I gotta do morning podcasts and stuff.
Like what time? I
Like,
probably won't be up.
That's why I said, like, when are you?
I don't get up, honestly. I have trouble falling asleep lately, so I usually fall asleep around 2 or 3 and then get up around 11 or 12, depending on how I feel.
So that's like
It
1
just-
o'clock my time.
Yeah. It just depends. Like tonight, since I did a lot today, my arm's really fucking hurting, so I just took 2 pills. And so it'll probably just be hard to get comfortable and go to sleep, but
All right, well, just wait till you get better. Do it on my own.
sorry.
I don't need you.
I think like probably another week or so, then I can try to get my sleep back to at least my more normal hours. Armando has a statement or a question. I don't know where it's going. He says, so Rob, the fact that you're laying out colors for the details digitally, ... Why can't I do that in pencil?
I don't know. What was he talking about? Talking about the Sonic piece?
No, he's talking about what you're doing right now. I think.
No, I was going to talking about the Sonic piece.
Are you talking about the Sonic piece or this piece, Armando? I think he's talking about this one.
It might change his.
Rob, I mean, if you're talking about this one, Rob likes to just block in shapes and structure with colors. He said no. That doesn't. Jesus. Not the Sonic one. Okay. What Rob will do with colors is he will block in shapes.
Let me explain to you why, Armando, right? I'm going to show you now. Here's why I don't do this, right? If I'm going to draw this armor, you see all the lines I got to do? I got to come here. I got to draw all these lines to kind of make a shape. Or I can just do this. I can come here and very quickly blob things in. And then on a new layer, construct right over that blob. Confine center. Minimal amount of lines. So I just blobbing things in and working out the shape of it. And it allows me to focus on the shape and not sitting here drawing endless lines. before I get to drawing endless lines. I've always worked this way. I just used to do it with markers. I used to do it with markers. It's more of a painter thing from what I probably should have learned how to paint when I was a kid. The problem is all my art teachers hated comic books. So like you can paint, but you can't paint comics, and so I would just stop going to art classes. That's basically it. I wasn't gonna have fucking art teachers telling me what I can and can't draw, because they just didn't like it. You can draw naked chicks, but you can't draw the Punisher. You know what I mean? Like, huh? Okay. Huh. Huh. Later, dude.
Later, Josh.
No, I'm not irritated. It's just understand that I'm just doing this and talking, guys. And I understand that I signed up for that when I stream, but figuring this stuff out and chatting is really hard. Like Brandon, when I tell you to log on at night, right? When I'm not streaming, when I'm usually doing the roughies, do I talk?
Not much.
Not much.
Breathing.
So, unfortunately, I gotta stream this shit so the fucking people who back this stupid project can fucking leave me alone. They think like for some reason I'm not working, you know? So.
No, there's a lot of times when it's just me and you, and like there will be a lot of silence, and I'll have to be like, "Are you there?" And you're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "All right, just making sure."
And this really just allows me to figure out like the anatomy, and so I don't want to cover up a ton. I want the details, but I also want to be able to show. What's the point of figuring out all this cool anatomy and not showing any of it off? So then it's like it's a trick. It's a trick to like figure out where everything needs to go, you know.
Yeah.
When do people? I got 7 fucking emails this morning from dudes, man, who are like, "Think it'll be ready by Christmas, man?" And I'm just like, I don't know, guys. You know, for all I fucking know, they could start a nuclear war before Christmas. Just can you just let me work on this? You know, like what got in the way, and I've explained this to no end, was the concept art for Spyro because I had to go and figure out how to do what they do. You know.
Right.
Like they hired me for a different project and it got delayed and they wanted me working on the team because, you know, when you're not working with people, you get other jobs, right? And they didn't want that to happen, so I jumped on Spyro, but then I had to figure out how to do what they were doing. You've seen it, Brandon. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you've seen that stuff. Um, so all these things could have been done back in really January. Like, man, it's taking 6 months to draw like 4 dudes. I'm like, not really. I'm just not working on it right now. I told people it could be till summer before I get back on it. And that's where we're at now. If I could just ship them the fucking roughies, I'd be done. People don't want the roughies. That's how it works. Someday my roughies will be good enough. They'll be like, that's all we want from you. Thank you. They'd be like, you used to draw real stuff. Now all you do is this roughy thing. I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, just keep doing your thing. It's working out for you, more or less.
Yeah, so it's just like one of those things where it's like, I want this out of my hair. And I almost turned down the fucking Spyro gig because I was like, I got too much shit to do. You know?
Right.
Like, and my wife was looking at me like, you fucking tell people you turn this one. You're always saying how no one ever comes knocking on your door. Here they are. And now you're not going to do it because I mean, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, got me on that one.
Right.
How long am I staying on? Another hour.
Yay.
This part I have to like blob stuff in and then like stop and not look at it for a few minutes and then look back at it. I know of no other way I can check my own work.
Right.
So that's all I'm doing is like blobbing stuff in and then looking like at my phone or drinking some coffee and staring at the ceiling for a few minutes until I forget what I drew and then I look back at it and go, "Oh, it needs this. Oh, it needs that." And I'm also looking at my initial roughie to make certain I at least get, even if I change details and specifics, you know, like I at least get to the point, you know, what I was trying to do,
Yeah.
like it's close. So then I got people who are like, when are you gonna draw your own comics? I'm like, when am I gonna fucking do sleep? What am I gonna do? You know, it's like, I believe me, I want nothing more. I really didn't expect this shit to take this long, but it is what it is. You know. So I'm just trying to get through it so I can move on with life. Move on with life. I heard on the stream Rob played video games when he should have been drawing. Yeah, I got one of those once. It's been a while, but I did once. I'm like, I'm sorry. I slept too. You know what I mean? Is that not kosher? Sorry, I won't play any more video games. I'll just stay here working. Well, it's just taking forever. I'm like, then find something else to do.
Right.
Don't bag me ever again. I don't know what to say. I told him, I said, the biggest problem is when I do ship the stuff out to the people who, you know, all their shit's complete. They never fucking reply, got my stuff, thanks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, you guys could help, you know? Like,
Every
tell them,
person that's bought something from me, except maybe one person, has messaged me to tell me they got it.
yeah.
Speaking of Crusher, if you're listening, you never told me if you got it with the turtle. I assume you did since you never asked where it's at. So
It's just funny, though. It's like, I get it, you know? You could just try with them, yeah, like a 10% marker. if you need to. I don't know, man. I can't say that my techniques will work for everyone. It's just what works in my head. I only do this so I know it works for me.
Right.
Everyone else, your mileage may vary. I mean, you still have to like understand construction. If you don't understand construction in three-dimensional perspective and all that shit, like you're not really gonna. You're just basically gonna be like drawing out a shape of a Pac-Man flatly, and then drawing over. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
What you want to do is be able to be like, I guess like if I wanted a three-dimensional Pac-Man, I can come in here and block in. See? And then turn that opacity down and draw that three-dimensionally. So it doesn't really work if you don't get the other stuff. Hey, what's up, here?
Hey, looking cool.
Well, I started with nothing, so.
Is that how art works? You
With a
start with
basic
nothing.
silhouette.
You hit that Photoshop button that does all the work for you, right?
Well, that's only available in Clip Studio Paint.
That's right.
I don't have access to that.
That's right. I do.
Yeah.
I can't use it right now.
But why don't you use it, Rob? But why don't you use it? If only you use it, it would solve all your problems. Oh. Hey, I drew that Mega Man for you. How's that going? Oh, shit. Guess you're not using that right now, are you? Kind of pointless. Kind of pointless.
Well, yeah. Obviously, I wasn't expecting to have surgery.
Yeah, kind of pointless. I knew it.
Hey, I came through, though, when you needed me.
Your wife came through.
Yeah, well, who do you
And that's
think?
not a cut down. I mean, she literally, like, I'm not,
Right.
it would, to the uninformed, that might sound like, I was like, and your wife. Like, no, she literally saved the day.
Yeah.
Kind of the original plan, though, right?
But I also came through because I had to be at home by myself after having major surgery. So
I told her she missed out on the
was a-
opportunity to go to Surf Bros. She could have picked me up Surf Bros, and then I could photograph it or make a video,
Right.
60-second podcast while they eat it. Just for you.
I would have made you ship it back.
I know. I didn't plan that one out very well, but I could have probably gotten that done.
I wouldn't have mattered. Those 2 days, the days after just fucking were hell. I mean, just even now, I mean, I'm doing better, obviously, but man, that first week and a half, fuck. I mean, I'm still in a lot of pain and there's a lot of shit going on, but I'm getting better. But it's just, like I said, it's because, most people that have that injury, surgery within days after it happening, and mine was 7 weeks after. So he was like, listen, he's like, there's going to be scar tissue. It's going to heal slow. It's going to hurt. And he's like, but the alternative is, I would have had to live with worse pain. So I was like, well, let's do it. So you say you're going to be on another hour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll probably stay on 30 minutes and then I'm going to need to eat because if I don't eat something with these pills, I start to get all dizzy.
Well, what time is it? You said how many minutes?
I can stay on for like another 30.
All right, then I'll stay on 30 and then. Actually, I need to stop in 30 anyway. I gotta stop at 12:30, so I'm in bed by 1, and then I gotta be up at 6:30.
Yeah, I usually if I don't eat, probably 30 minutes after taking these pills, I start to get a little dizzy. So
So we got a scaling issue here. They're not all. Fucking.
By scaling, do you mean compared to the size of war, taking up this?
Yeah, well, he
space?
doesn't fucking exist in any kind of reality, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Which is.
But do you want them to be kind of the same
to one another?
Yeah, gotcha.
Paste in place. D.
Oh my god, his head's gone. It's back.
Yeah, but his head's supposed to be slightly smaller than his body. Look at this. When you start to put them all together, it's like, they don't.
This is weird, and it'll sound like I'm shit talking, not to you, but another artist. But I noticed a professional artist that is really good, but every time he does a con sketch, right, or even a sketch, he makes their heads really big. And I don't know if it's just me or the artist is really doing it, and it catches me off guard every time when I see his art. He's a professional artist. There's an artist I follow. I'll just say David Finch. You know David Finch. Great artist. It's just every time I see him do like a con sketch or he posts any kind of sketch, the head always looks bigger than it should for some reason. And I don't know if that's my mind and I'm looking at the perspective wrong, or he just doesn't give a shit enough to like size the head right. And the only reason I thought it was that is because you were changing the size of the head.
Subjectives, and sometimes people just draw things. Like I tend to draw heads smaller naturally.
Okay.
I can go back there and touch that up later. I just want to. These aren't really me drawing the characters so much as it's like almost like a fucking design board. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's less of like a pinup of something and more like, here's my take on this, you know?
Now you're going to have to go back in and fill in those empty spaces, right?
No, because I have another piece where he's all layered. And I can just use that as reference, and then it's set up so I the head and that headpiece are on a separate layer, so not really.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I'm just doing that for ref. You know.
Gotcha.
Come on, man. You know, it's not my first rodeo, Brandon. You know.
Yeehaw. You tell everybody about how E3 went and all the stuff you got to do?
No. I recorded that podcast and then I was hacking up all that shit. I didn't know I had a conf. It is weird. I was like, hey, I got through this with no conflu, right? This is amazing. So a few days later, I'm like, I'm gonna go record podcast, morning podcast, talk about E3. And as I was talking, like I was literally just I had a trash can here, I was just hacking up stuff. Like I was like, this is crazy. Like,
right.
So apparently I caught something. I just didn't know it.
How many E3s have you been to?
6 maybe.
Oh wow!
So the first one I went to was in '98 in Atlanta. I took a bus out to that. You believe that shit? The 1 year it wasn't in LA, but I was working at a toy store, so I did that. Then it was right. Well, I had got the tickets when I was working at a toy store. Then I quit, but it was still under my name, so I went. It was easier to get into E3 back then. Then I came back and joined the army and everything else. And then when I came back, I went once with some friends who were working at Sony. They gave me their passes in 2004, and then I went with Play and Game Fan as press.
Which one was your favorite time that you've been? Was it this
last one? I mean, this was Look, this one was nice in that I wasn't working for people that were ripping me off, you know?
Right.
It was stressful because the people I had planned all my fucking where I was staying at, like my travel plans all canceled on me like literally days before I had to fly out
Right.
there, which caused a lot of trouble, and it cost me like another $500-600 and getting Airbnbs and everything else to make up the difference. So that was not fucking cool. Like if it had all gone out the way I'd planned it, this would have been the greatest trip ever because I got everything so super smart. But every fucking thing I could think of got in the way of me saving money. Like I had
Except for me.
both the places we had planned staying at canceled at the last second. You know, I had to take uh, Ubers instead of renting a car was impossible that weekend because of E3. Um, I got this opportunity to go to Collider to watch the Schmodown live in studio, which was fucking awesome. That was just me talking to some people at E3 that I knew were there, and they invited me. But in order to make that happen, I had to buy another flight out. I tried to see about renting a car, but it was going to be 370. It would cost me an extra $400 either way to go do that, you know.
Right.
But I had to call my wife and say, "Hey, don't get mad."
That's always the best way to start a conversation with your spouse. Is like, all right, just hear me out. All right, just hear me out. Don't get mad. Just
Well, that's what she was telling her coworkers. You know, like, "Oh no," and I'm like, but she has never heard that conversation from me. So she was like, "What is?" And then I told her, "We're such fans of the Schmodown. They're like, we watch every fucking thing. We Patreon. I Patreon that shit. If you can believe it.
I can't.
I do. So my thing with the Patreon has always been, if I'm going to complain about it, I better be spending money on it. So that's how it works. But I'm never gonna get that opportunity again. So that was fucking awesome. And then I was just exhausted when I came back. Like anything else, it's a trip. It's fucking
right.
But the company was awesome. Chris and the guys from Megavisions were great to hang out with, and so that was nice because the times I was with Play, although I think what I saw at E3 was more fun at Play because I got to go to all the secret meetings because Dave didn't want to go, so I went to all of his secret meetings. I went to the Nintendo conferences when they were still there, so I'd see Miyamoto live. I get to go upstairs to the secret shit they don't show, and all those are catered. So you walk in there and there's always like really nice food and drink and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're low level press, so these guys they got nothing. But we did have press passes, which gave us a box lunch, which is always fun to see that line. You got to get there early before the line shows up for the box lunch. It's horrible too, but it's free.
Right.
So, and the diet goes out the door.
So what you're saying is, you ate con food.
Oh yeah.
Which you've given me so much shit for in the past.
Yeah, but I ate better con food than you. You would eat like slice of pizza.
I know. I had the turkey wrap. The turkey wrap is
but Brandon, we had. It's not the same fucking thing. At that con, we could have brought whatever we wanted. At this place, there's a giant security fucking check. You know what this is like to go to this con?
Nope, not at all.
It was not fun, bro. That's the thing too. Like, I don't like all the people being there. I miss the days it was just press.
Right.
It's a lot of people. Yeah, but man, the thing about Nintendo games like Smash Ultimate and everything else, you're gonna own those games, right?
Right.
So I don't go to E3 to play the fucking games I'm gonna own.
Yeah.
I go there to fucking see shit that I want to see and hopefully meet some of the developers that are there. A lot of times developers come less and less, but with the indie games, you're really able to meet the guys. They don't have PR like all of the Sega games except for Monster Boy were being demoed by QA guys that do quality assurance, beta testers and stuff like that. And so they made them come down and run it. But the Monster Boy thing was being demoed by the owner of the company. So it's like a great time to network and meet the kind of right people, and get to talk and all sorts of shit. So
sounds fun.
If you're into that sort of thing, if you're not, if you're like, I don't give a shit about that sort of, I just want to play my games, I don't care, then. And it's cool to try a bunch of experimental technology that is not going to be available for home. There's a lot of experimental VR stuff that, you're not going to be able to get at home anytime soon. So it's great to be able to, me, I like my VR. So.
Oh, yeah.
I got to work teeth into these blades. I did this wireless VR setup, dude. That was fucking dope. It was wireless VR, full head tracking, capture all your movements, and they gave us a giant minigun that was fully weighted and had rumble built in, just like the Terminator in
Oh,
T2.
wow.
And you're taking down all these fucking robots and shit coming at you. It was fucking dope. You know, like it was awesome. it was cool.
Sounds fun.
I mean, you're not gonna get that experience at home.
Right.
That's one version. Yeah, it was fun, man.
Okay. Ow, bug. Okay. I hate that you can only get certain things from the San Diego Comic-Con, and I know that's the whole point of exclusives, but it just sucks, man. There's like, I know, I'm just saying, like, you know, like
you want the turtles?
no, well, yeah, of course, yeah, but Roberto Ramos, you know, he puts out hardcover art books, and I have almost all of them, but I didn't get the one last year because I just forgot because I don't ever get to go to San Diego Comic-Con. But it's like his books are hard to find online because he doesn't really have like a normal website or art book site, you know. And I've had people before in the years past, like Kyle. I think Kyle picked up the one 2 years ago for me, but I forgot last year. So if Kyle goes again this year, I might ask him to pick it up for me, and I'll kick him some money. But the Turtles, I would love those, but I can't afford them. But I can afford a $20 book. I just like the hardcover art books. I don't buy comic books anymore. It would be cool to get like a Flash or Impulse or Crimson drawing from Ramos. Everyone else always goes with Spider-Man.
Get him to draw you a Creech. No one's done that.
Yeah, if I was a big Creech fan like you.
If I could show it off to Capullo, be like, he drew me fucking Creech.
He won't draw it, right?
Yes. I haven't seen him. Imagine. God damn it, just fucking select the fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying, right?
This fucking thing doesn't want to. The Creech. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Oh, Josh is going.
Oh, nice. It looks like the ones he put out last year were soft covers. I don't like the soft covers.
Yeah, shit's expensive, bro.
No, I know. I'm just saying what I like. I can't afford any of it anyways. Seeing as I don't have a job and I can't work.
Well, you know what I did when I was poor? I just learned to draw. So I could draw them all on my own.
Well,
That's how it started out. Oh, want to make my own fucking Stephen Platt art? I'm gonna have to do it myself.
once I'm able to hold a pencil and draw, I will.
Yeah, I've been waiting for
definitely
that to happen for years.
I guess I just gonna keep walking into that joke, huh?
Yeah. Brandon hit mute on his mic, so.
No, I'm here.
Time is it? It's about that time. So that's pretty good progress, you know?
Are you asking or telling?
I gotta still work out these blades. I'm not happy with. I had this idea and I don't think it's working. So it's like, at some point I'll have to be like, well, that's just what I drew.
It's got a cool yin yang look to it, almost. Good symmetry.
Thanks, Brandon. Really means a lot to me.
You're welcome. I know my opinion is the only one that matters. Oh, I can't afford medical bills, Armando. My surgery was roughly, I'll just say this, $6,000 out of pocket. Out of pocket. And yeah, I'll be in debt forever. So, yeah, it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that final thought, Armando. I told Jessica if I just like, she just wants to like roll me into a dumpster and light it on fire, she'll get at least like 10 grand, you know, out of my life. What's that thing called? Life insurance? I know I'm not an adult. I don't even do my own taxes. Life insurance? Yeah, life insurance. She'll get 10 grand my life insurance. Meanwhile, she's worth like 100,000 or something crazy. She's more valuable than me.
I can
in all aspects.
attest
Yes,
to that.
you can attest to that, yes.
Sketchcraft approves of that statement.
Yeah. Dude, find a job. Armando, I'll be nice to you. I don't really want to be nice to you after saying that. I've worked since I was a teenager nonstop and multiple jobs.
Here we go.
I just had serious surgeries and my right arm doesn't work very well, so I can't really go just find a job,
in high
dude.
School, Brandon, you know, he doesn't...
Yeah, okay. That's me being nice to rebuttal to that. But okay, Armando, I'll just go find a job. It can't be that hard.
He'll get his turn with those statements in a few years. You
know. Hey, Josh. Real quick before Rob signs off, Josh. I tore my bicep. I fell and tore my bicep really bad, and I had to have major surgery. So, unfortunately, I'm unable to work right now or find a job because of setback as such. So, But yeah, thanks, Josh. No worries. That's why I haven't been on either with the podcast with Rob, because the last 2 weeks or so, I just been in bed popping pills, getting better. It's a slow process. I had a lot of scar tissue. It was really, really bad. It was one of the bad ones. Anyways, I need to eat.
Gots to go.
Yep, I'm a righty. I draw with my right, do everything with my right. All right, Rob. Talk to you. You gonna end the podcast when we chat? Or are we done for the night?
Give me a second. I'll talk to you some.
Yep.
All right. Say goodbye, Brandon.
Bye, everybody. Sleep tight.
This is the end of the show. Brandon and I have to go.
Bye bye.
Sleep. I just made that up. Copyright sketchcraft.com.
Genius.